Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Patty Bennett, and today is our Friday weekly live card making adventure together. I am Patty Bennett, Stampin Up demonstrator. We are going to be looking at these cards today. I'm calling them a wreath card. I'm going to show you how I did the cutout with the wreath and the flowers. And then at the end, I have sort of this, well, not really the end, like in the middle, I have a bonus project for you that I was coming up with was it yesterday or the day before? And I decided to incorporate it into our live today. So if you are watching live, it is on my Facebook page on Friday, May 3rd at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you might be watching a replay on Facebook. You might be watching a replay on my blog or on YouTube. And that is all fabulous. I just welcome all of you no matter where you are watching. But I do ask that if you are watching live, could you please say hi? Because I like to watch comments over here on my tablet. And so far I see Marcy and Shan. Thank you for joining. So glad that you're here. I did jump on a little bit early, so I'm going to wait a minute until I have more people jumping on, and then we will get started. So welcome everyone. Hi Tammy. Hi Carol. So glad that you're here. Hi Robin. I mailed your card yesterday, Robin. Hi Shella and Shannon. Good morning everybody. So glad that you're here. Hello Debbie. I am going to get started officially in just a moment, but we're going to give everybody a minute just to find our live feed. I hope you're all doing well. Let me know what you are excited about in the new catalog, what you're going to be using. I just got an order yesterday that I paid overnight shipping, and I have a couple more orders coming today that I did second day air. So I'm going to have lots of new goodies coming to show you. I'm really excited, really excited. But today's projects feature the Flower of Beauty. I used the flower stamps and the leaf in my cards. This is in the new catalog. And then Encircled in Nature, I used the wreath, and this is actually an online exclusive. So if you are wondering where I got the supplies, that is where I got them. And we'll talk about the other supplies as we go. Let me see who else jumped on. You're welcome, Robin. Hi, Lori in beautiful Minnesota. Oh, Shella is excited about the Sweet Pea stamp set. That is adorable. That's a new one. Hi, Patricia. Let's see. Johanna is joining from England. Oh, 7 p.m. there. Okay. Getting the chickens to bed. Oh my goodness. Tammy is playing with sketched butterflies. Yes, yes. Giving you a minute, Sheila. Giving you all a minute to join, find the live. So if you're watching a replay, please jump ahead. That's how we roll around here. Oh, Patty's in El Dorado Hills. Hi, Stacy in Florida. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome. Hey, Janet is just over the hill from me in Pleasant Hill. Welcome. Faith is in Stockton. Oh, Faith wants the new masks that I demonstrated. I think I still have those right here. Was it maybe 2 weeks ago or so? I did these 3 weeks, and I was showing how they look different when you stamp with the new basic beige as opposed to black. So yeah, they're in my box here to blog. I don't have all of them blogged yet. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello, Connie in Reno. You are close as well. Marcella in Ohio. What's the first thing I'm excited about, Lori? Okay, this might sound really funny, but I'm really excited about the stamp set with the burger. I don't know if you watched my video a couple days ago where we walked through the catalog, but I know this sounds really kind of silly, but I am super excited about, well, if you know me, you know I'm like an absolute love burgers. So the burger set, like I'm just in love. I can't wait to do the double stacked burger and the TV set. I think these are just so fun and whimsical. And these are two that are sitting there in my box that arrived, and I can't wait to create with those. So those are two of the things that I'm really excited about. I know, and don't faint because they're not flowers, right? Oh. All right, everybody, let's get started. So welcome. This is Patty Bennett. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I've been a demonstrator for almost 29 years. Next month, I'll be celebrating 29 years. And if you want to find more inspiration, please visit my blog at pattystamps.com. I have over 6,000 posts there to share with you. Lots of inspiration for you. And today we are using the Flowers of Beauty stamp set and the dies, the matching dies. I used the two, actually 4 flower images and the leaf. And you know what? This is hysterical. I was looking to see if the leaf had a fill-in image, like this is the outline and this is the fill-in, and I couldn't see it. Why? Oh, it's right here. So yeah, it's right there, and I didn't notice it. So I'll show you what I did instead of filling it in. We'll talk about that. And then I used this image for the wreath along with the dies, and I'll show you how I cut out the center of some of the cards. So this one, I did not cut out the center. I stamped the wreath. I added my flowers. Just white paper, just left it like that. But these 3, you can see what I did was after I stamped the wreath, I used this piece from the die set, and it nestles right in there like that, and it allows you to cut out, see how that's cut out there, and put a different pattern behind. So these 2 have patterns from Country Lane. So let's see, I think I used this one here. So it's really plain, but it shows a little contrast. And then this one I used here. And on this one, I used one of the patterns from Country Woods. You could like totally use any of these. Which one did I? Might have been, I guess it was probably this, but it looks like it must have been a piece that had a little bit different shading or coloring. It must have been this one. Yeah. So anyway, I experimented with that. But today when we create this, I am actually going to use some of the Unbounded Beauty paper instead, because look, I made flowers stamped on the Unbounded Beauty paper. So we're going to make one, but with other paper. And what I always like to do when I first have a stamp set or something new, I like to kind of get familiar with it. So what does it look like? I stamped, as you can see, Poppy Parade, Flamingo, Pretty in Pink, Daffodil, Peach, Petunia, and Bubble Bath, all of them. So I stamped it on here. I wrote down what it was just so I wouldn't forget. And then I took a bunch of quarter sheets and I stamped a whole page of Poppy, a whole page of Flamingo, a whole page of Pink. You get the idea. I die cut them all, and then that's how I had all these pretty flowers to play with on my different cards. And I also thought, well, let's see what the different greens look like, because you never know. One green might look much better with a certain shade of flowers than another. So I did a little cheat sheet with 6 different greens. And like I said, if you were listening earlier, I was looking at this and I didn't think that the leaf had a filler image, and so I missed this. So what I did instead was I actually stamped them on colored paper. So for all of these cards, they're stamped on, sorry, my mind just went blank, the really light green, soft seafoam. And for the card we're going to make today, I stamped the green onto the New Summer Splash, which I know technically it's blue, but I think you, in my mind, you can make it look green depending on what you do with it. So that's what I did because, silly me, did not see the filler image. I don't know how I missed it. Honestly, I don't. It's, I don't know, old brain, I guess. Let's just chalk it up to old brain. Shannon can't wait with the bistro burger as well. Let's see. Was there a question? Oh, yes. There are lots of leaders in Mexico this week. Well, thank you for joining me, Beverly. Very kind of you. I don't know if you've been tuning into my other videos recently, but I had an icky surgery on my forehead to remove a bunch of cancer, and so I'm not in Mexico. I'm here. So you get me today. So thanks for joining me. That's sweet of you. Robin says, I think Summer Splash is like pool party. It's either blue or green, depending on what you put it with. And I agree. I think you can kind of make it be what you want it to be. So let's make one of these. But like I said, instead of the country woods and the country lace, I'm going to use Unbounded Beauty. So I'm going to grab a piece of white, and I already trimmed this from a quarter sheet. I trimmed it down to 4 by 5 1/4 to stamp the wreath. And just a reminder, if you haven't seen this reminder from me in a while, or you haven't done this in a while, when you take a photopolymer stamp out of the box, and you saw how I peeled it up, right? So you're peeling it up. If you immediately just put it down onto a clear block, can you see that's not a circle? And there's no way that that's going to line up with the die because it was distorted. The shape was distorted. So here's what I always recommend. Put it image size down on your paper and let it sit for well, not a whole minute, but a few seconds, okay? What that's going to do is it is going to go into its natural shape. Then you take your block and you push down and you pick up, and now you have the perfect shape. So if you haven't seen that tip in a while, I just wanted to share that again with you. I liked for this wreath image the pecan pie ink. You could completely use any color you want. I just wanted to go kind of naturalish color. And do you see right under here, there's a little gap in the image. I decided that I wanted that hidden with either my flowers or my greeting. So I positioned that down on the lower portion so that the gap would be down here. I'm not 1,000,000% sure what the gap is for. Anyway, it's there. I'm going to do a couple because maybe we'll do a second card today. I don't know. So I'm just going to do a couple while we're stamping. I do know that when you line up the die, this little bump goes down there in the gap. But I think there would have been a way to do this without actually making a gap in the wreath. So I'm not, again, not 100% sure why the gap, but I'm just looking to make sure I got that lined up. I think I might have to scoot it just a teeny. Anyway, the die lines up like that, and it is going to only cut out the center so that we have this opening like this that we can put paper behind. So let me just turn around and die cut it. Yeah, it could be where the bow goes, Gay. Yeah, but I really don't think it had to be a gap, right? I don't know why they did that. And you know what? I'm glad I did too, because this shifted when I cut it. So we are going to cut this one. And it might have been because I'm not looking straight down. Hang on a sec. Let me just look. Okay, I'm going to hold this better as I go over here. That's better, I think. So it's a good thing I stamped two. Yep, that's much better. So do you see how that was much more evenly spaced? That was nice. And then you get a whole bunch of these. So I think what I'm going to do with, I have a pile of these now, is I am going to, sorry for my arm if it's in the camera. Well, that's too big. But I am going to grab a die, like I think this size will probably work. I'm going to grab a die and I'm going to die cut a different die out of these. This particular shape doesn't do much for me, but I can use the paper by die cutting a different size out of it. So I'm not going to throw those away. Now in this bundle, in this set of dies, if you wanted to just cut out the actual wreath, you would put this die around the outside as well. So you have the option to cut out the inside, the outside, or both. So you can cut out the wreath. And then this shape, you can cut, do you see it has like cute little flowers or buds, maybe, or berries, maybe we would call that. You can also cut this and then layer that piece over, which would be really pretty. Totally different look than what I'm going for, but I just wanted to show you some options. And then there are different little swag pieces if you wanted to layer a leaf or little buds or whatnot onto your wreath. So that's that set. And then for the flowers for this card that we're going to make together, I kind of flashed these real quick to show you earlier, but I want to show you what I did. I took this Unbounded Beauty paper, which we can look at some of the patterns here. So here's some of the patterns in the Unbounded Beauty. And I took the pieces that were a little bit more plain, like this, as opposed to that. And I just started stamping with the flower onto the paper. So, like, let's do this. So this one was Petunia Pop. And I liked how when you stamp on here, depending on where you stamp, do you see how it's like already kind of colored in? It's all different colors. And you can just die cut this and use it as is. Or I'll show you that I also did some filling in. So with this one, the filler piece, I liked to stamp off first. Oh, hang on, I have to stand up and look through the camera. Oh, sorry, I think I bumped it. So sorry. Okay, so then let's look at the difference here. So you can see here, you're seeing the paper pattern through it, and here you see a little bit of the paper pattern and color through it, but it's a little more filled in. So you get lots of options with this idea. And I've done this lots of times before with different stamp sets. I love stamping on designer paper. So I did the Pretty in Pink on this one, and I did the Peach Pie, and I tried Pretty in Pink on here. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I liked just the Peach Pie on the peach a little better. And then they have a matching die. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at comments. I'm going to look in a minute. I promise I will look. So let's see. I think it goes this way. Yep. So right like that, you can die cut the flower out. And I also stamped some of the littler flower, so you can die cut the little flower. And then I got I got a lot of them because I did a lot, but I've already made a few cards. So let me just show you. Aren't these pretty in the in colors? And then as blah, 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 rewind that tape. Oh dear. I only had 1 cup of coffee too. As I was explaining earlier, this is Shy Shamrock ink on Summer Splash cardstock. And even though technically Summer Splash would be considered a blue, I think it looks really pretty with that green. So hang on one second. I am going to just check here if there were questions that I've missed. And I apologize if I've missed your questions. So please hold just a minute. Yes, I did like the pizza set, Lori. I did. Let's see. That's okay, Cheryl. Thank you very much. She is apologizing for my name being spelled with an I. You know, in high school, all the cool girls, their last names ended, I mean, their names ended with an I instead of a Y. And I always wanted to be Patty with an I back then because that was the cool way to spell it, but neither here nor there. Whatever. Oh, thank you, Robin. Someone must have asked what I was using. I'm sorry that I missed that question. Okay, so what I thought I would do with these then is to use this wreath that I just die cut a minute ago, stamped and die cut. And let's see if one of these papers is going to look pretty behind there. And then I'll cut it down. And I was really tempted to do well, it looks blue now, the Summer Splash. I think this would be too busy, so I don't think I'll do that. Let's see what. I'm not crazy about the stripe, but I love the color, so that's a maybe. Let's see if we did. Oh, that's really soft and pretty. Like if we did some of the flowers around there. Might have to cut out another purple one. That would be really pretty. Or this one. And what I did was I cut them down to about 4 by 4 after I decided what designer paper I was putting behind. That's a little like blah. I mean, predictable. So I'm thinking between this one and this one. Which one do you think? I think either one would be really pretty. Which one do you think? Welcome, Debbie. It's all right. You can watch the replay. We're just almost done here with this card. Debbie says, cannot wait to see when Patty stamps and piles up lots of dill pickles from the burger set onto the paper plates. Yes, because we had that discussion. Sorry, I'm going to reach over here. I don't know if I have one still cut out in white, but we were talking about this die. When it's die cut in white, it looks like a paper plate. So yeah, I could fill this up with the burgers and the fries and the pickles. That would be so funny. Okay, most people are saying pink. Well, it's about half and half. Oh, okay, it's half and half. Oh my goodness, I should have done two. I should have done two. You know what? Do you mind hanging out a minute? I can stamp another one of these and we can make both. Why don't we just make both? Sorry if this is too boring, but let's just do both. I might have to cut a couple more flowers, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it work. But I would like to do both. So I think we should do both. Let's see, I always use pink, so I would like to see blue. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Let's just do both. And who was that? Somebody says they like my laugh. I'm so self-conscious about my laugh. I really don't like it, but it is what it is, people. I'm a happy person. So now we can make both, my friends. So I am going to cut these down so that they fit behind that wreath opening. And so the first thing I did was I did it a little under 4 inches and then a little under 4 inches. I think that's what I did. I hope I didn't cut this too small. We shall see. Yeah, it'll be fine. Yep. So then I just glued it behind. Now you could raise the white up so that there's a little bit of a shadow happening. You could use your foam adhesive sheets, but I just glued them together to make these cards. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to glue them. And I decided on the base card color last. I kind of let the flowers dictate what the base card was going to be. Hang on, let me wipe that. So you know me, I like my paper drawer of happiness, and I have lots of different colors already pre-cut, and then that allows me to try different things. That's, for me, the easiest way to create. Alrighty. Yes, I'm having fun, Robin. You're right. Good morning, Barbie. Thank you for joining. All right. So I think I need to cut a couple more purple flowers, though. I'm just thinking, like, really, it's okay to mix and match all these pretty colors, because why not? Right? We don't have to just be predictable. I know. Did I really say that? Did I really say that? Did I really say that? I did. I said that. Well, let's see. And so this is how I work on my design. I just kind of do a little dry run here of layering, and then I kind of decide what I'm gonna go with. Maybe like that. So yeah, I'm gonna die cut 2 more of these, and I'm going to see which one I want to use. I haven't decided yet. Or maybe 2. I don't know. Yeah, that's true, Cindy. Cindy was saying how we all don't like something about ourselves. It's very true. My husband always says he can always hear me all the way across the store because he'll hear me giggling about something. I'm like, why am I giggling in the store? I didn't know I was giggling in the store, but evidently I do. I'm just die cutting, by the way. I didn't run away. Sorry, I should have said that. I don't have room under the camera here to die cut, so I just turn around and die cut on my back counter. All right, so now we have a couple more options here. You know what? I think this one might be better there, and that one there. And look at that. I think we're going to end up with just the right amount of leaves too. I don't even know how I did that. Okay, something like that. And what I decided to try on this is this new punch came yesterday. Shoot, I meant to memorize the name. Hang on, I have the package. It's called Labeled with Love. And it's a great new shape. It also comes in a die. So you can get the die or the punch or both. You could get both. And I punched out a couple of extra white pieces that I could just have at my desk. And I thought about just kind of tucking it in like that for the greeting. This one I might stamp right on here. I don't know. Something like that. See, what I really should have done was put one of these to the right and one to the left, but that's all right. I'm not going to redo it now. So that's kind of what I was thinking for the greeting. No, I like that. I like the pink. I'm just deciding before I glue. So any thoughts before I glue? Let's see. Oh, Carol says her kids tell her that she talks too loud. Oh dear. Okay, well, I don't see any other questions. If I missed your question, let me know. I'm sorry this is crooked. I just looked over there and realized when I bumped the camera, then I made everything crooked, and I'm super sorry. Oh my gosh, that would be driving me nuts. I'm so sorry, everybody. I should have looked over sooner. So what do you think? Actually, here's what's going to be better is if I just, there, never mind. You guys don't care. I'm just trying to make it straight. Oh, great. Gay loves it. Cindy loves it. Sarah loves it. Thank you, Denise. Okay, thank you. All right. So let me show you how I go about assembling then when I'm ready to glue them down. And you know what? I can't forget. I'm just getting this out over here. I'm going to show you a bonus project at the end that is actually what I made these flowers for. Man, I can't forget this. Somebody remind me not to forget to show everybody that. So I will take my dimensionals and my pieces of foam adhesive sheets, and I will start by, if I just want to put a little dimensional right there to hold down that leaf. And then I'll put a dimensional over here under this leaf. And it's going to hold it in place there. And I'm going to do one more down here. And I know there's tons of different ways to do this. You can use that saran wrap trick where you put the press and seal down and you lift them up and you put them over here. And it's too much work for me. So this is how I do it. I am going to use my foam adhesive sheets for the flowers. And I'm going to be mindful of the fact that I still need to tuck that under. So I am going to put foam adhesive sheet under that side of that flower. And, you know, probably I'm thinking what I should do is go ahead and stamp this and stick it down because otherwise I might regret this. So what shall we stamp on here? So there isn't a greeting in this. It's paired with this set. And I absolutely love this birthday greeting in the Unbounded Love. I think I'm going to use that. I think I'll just do it on both. Because it's just, to me, it's just a beautiful, oh look, it fits perfect. Yep. It's just a beautiful sentiment. And I love the font and everything on here. And let's see, for this one, you know what? On both of them, I'm going to do Shy Shamrock. I know I should live outside the box a little bit more, and I should pick a different color, but I don't know. Sometimes I just need it to be predictable. Is that a word? I don't know. Maybe I'm too predictable. But it's all right. It's just art. It's our own art. It's whatever we want it to be, right? Oh, Patty, I love this birthday stamp too. Just looking at your comments. Oh, sorry, Debbie. I just saw your comment about stamping it right in the middle. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't do it. I am so sorry. Well, I mean, I guess I still could. Yeah. You know what? I can put this one on here and I can stamp it right there. I'll do that. Oh my gosh. Look how unpredictable I'm being. And if I mess it up, then I'll stick the label on top. Oh, you can't see it very well. It's not as dark. Well, I guess it's all right. It's fine. It's just not quite as dark as I had envisioned in my mind, but that's okay. It's okay. It will be fine. So then I'm just replacing one flower at a time here where I kind of had them placed, and that's how I do it. I know there's lots of ways to do it, but this is how I do it. And you can use dimensionals. I just have this, love affair with my foam adhesive sheets. You guys know that. Oh, I love this. I really love this so much. This is so pretty. Okay, let's work on this one real quick. So same idea. I'm going to lift up the leaf and sneak attack the dimensional right under, because then it's going to stay in the place that I wanted it to be. Do any of you do this? Am I just like weird? All right, and I think I'll go ahead and put this down, and then I'll build the rest of the flowers around that. Sorry, there's a little piece of something on there. Yeah, I like these. I am just so thrilled that these 5 in colors work so well together. Are the rest of you just thrilled about that this year? I mean, they just are amazing. And I'm just in love with it, that you can mix and match and do whatever you want with these 5 in colors. Oh man, they're so pretty. So beautiful. Sometimes the 5 colors are really not meant to work together, and they don't, and that's okay. But man, these do, and they're amazing together. Then I think I'll just do a little glue right there for this flower. And you know what? We might. Should we just like go overboard with this one? I say yes. I say why not? Why not? There's no rules here today. We can just keep building and make a beautiful paper bouquet. Don't you think? Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love them. I absolutely love them. I think Sarah says, I think these are my favorite in colors in a long time. Yep, I agree. I agree. The more, the merrier. Yep. Yep. Oh, you are all agreeing. Yep. These in colors, man, they are so pretty together. So I did cut a few different in color card bases, just hoping that one of them would look good. I really think I might like that with the petunia pop. I have peach. Wow, look at how that makes the peach just zing. Let's see what the summer splash would look like. Oh, and then that really brings out the summer splash. I really kind of am digging it on the peach. I don't know. What do you say? What do you think about those two combinations? And then don't go away because I have those bonus projects to show you. They're sitting here and I'm determined not to forget to show them to you. Peach. Okay, yep, you like the peach. Awesome. I do too. Peach. Okay, we're going with the peach, friends. So let's attach this. And since the petunia pop, is a little bit darker of a color, I'm going to add a layer inside. And I decided the other day that I really think it would be pretty, instead of just a plain rectangle, I was going to start adding deckled rectangles on the inside because I just think that's kind of pretty, kind of different. And you know what? We can just add a flower right there. That's what we're going to do. And I might have to stamp some more leaves because that would be pretty with a leaf as well. Look how beautiful. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. I don't know, does anybody else give themselves little bits of encouragement as you craft? I have to tell myself how it looks beautiful. Oh, these are so pretty. I love these. I'm glad I tried this. I have a feeling I might like it better than my originals. I don't know. I don't know. But I think, do you think we might need some bling? What would we, sorry, I just hit the camera again. I'm sorry. Maybe some of the in color shimmer gems, which are already on low inventory, by the way. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Oh, Cindy, yeah, that would have been pretty. I didn't read your comment in time. She was saying cut down this white layer again and then put a layer of the summer splash. And that would have been gorgeous as well. Yeah, that would have been so pretty. But I'm sorry, I wish I would have seen your comment because that would have been gorgeous. So what I'm kind of thinking is some gems in the flower centers, like that. And then trying to think, maybe summer splash. I'm trying not to be entirely predictable with the color. So no, I don't like that. Maybe summer splash on this one too. Yep, I think. That's beautiful. And threes are always nice, or fives, groups of threes or fives. I love these in color shimmer gems. I'm pretty sure I might have to hop online and get another couple packs today before they actually go unavailable. Thank you. I'm glad you like them, everybody. Always bling. Yes, of course. So let me show you the bonus project and then we'll kind of recap and I'll kind of go over these that we started with in case you missed the beginning. But what I was actually working on the other day was the 2468 cards I don't know if you remember these. This was a really popular video I did about, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And it uses a 5.5 by 12-inch piece of designer paper for this folding part, and it's super easy. I'll have these on my blog and I'll re-link to the video. But I was working on these, and that's why I decided to stamp the flower onto that Unbounded Beauty paper. And I thought, oh, these are so pretty. And I was going to do, I was going to do this today for the video, but then on my team live this week, I showed these and I was encouraged to show this for today's live. So I kind of switched gears and I decided that I would do the wreath card for today, and these will be next week. You'll see those next week. But I did a hybrid thought, where I said, okay, well, I'll do the wreath card, but I'll do the Unbounded Beauty paper. And I got to say, I think I like them better than these. I don't know. I think that they just turned out so very, very pretty. Well, they're all gorgeous because they're flowers, and you know me, I love flowers. So those are the wreath cards for you, my friends. And just a reminder that this wreath, the Encircled in Nature wreath set, is an online exclusive, which means that it can sell out anytime. There isn't a deadline. There isn't a date for it. There isn't a retirement date. So definitely get the wreath set if you like that. Get that soon. But anyone have any questions? Thank you. I'm so glad that you like these. I am really, really loving these too. Really, really pleased with that. I'm glad that I gave that a try. Did you find it difficult to match the wreath with... No, did you see when we did that? Maybe you missed that part, but I showed you how it's so easy to line up because the wreath die has that little notch and it lines up with this gap right here. So I showed that. Maybe you have to watch the replay, but it lines up perfectly. The gap lines up with the notch. So maybe watch the replay and you can see how I did that. Let's see. Do they restock? Okay, so Treva is asking about the online exclusives. So here's how the online exclusives work. They are added 3 times a year to the online store. They're not in a catalog. Sometimes they'll show it a little bit, but they don't put the ordering code or the price. If an item turns out to be really popular, remember the Trucking Along bundle? And it turns out to be really popular, then they keep reordering more as long as it's popular. So it does just stay in the online store. But if something comes out as an online exclusive and it's not really popular, then when it sells out, it's just gone. And they don't really even tell us. So that's how the online exclusives work. And I'm just looking, this Irresistible Blooms, the whole suite, this was so popular. I think this was one of the very first online exclusives. And this is still in the online exclusive section of the store. So you just never know what's going to stay or what's going to sell out. But that's a great question. Let's see. Do they save any inventory for new signups? Do they save any inventory? I'm not sure, Connie, what exactly were you asking about? Do they save it? Thank you, Cindy. I'm glad you enjoyed today. Any other questions? Be happy to help you. And if not, have a wonderful weekend, everyone. And I'll see you back next week for more fun, of course, more new sets. And I don't know what we'll be using. I haven't decided yet because there's so much in my new box that I'm excited about. Okay, so Marcy, thank you. She was saying in response to the question about the saving inventory. Yeah, everything is available to everyone. So I'm not 100% sure on what you meant about saving it. Judy, you're welcome to watch the replay if you missed the beginning, but I'll show you. Happy to show you. I used these two sets today. Flowers of Beauty is in the new catalog. Encircled in Nature is an online exclusive, and I combined the two sets today for these cards. Let's see. Love the colors and love the way you combined the sets. Thank you, Jan. Thank you so much. Yeah, Glenda, the 2468 card that I showed you is on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, Patty Stamps or Patty Bennett on YouTube, and you type in 2468 in my search bar, you'll find it. But I will link to this. I will post these next week. So you'll see these next week. Oh, and I should say, these cards will be on my blog tomorrow. So that would be May 4th. These will be on my blog on Sunday, May 5th. And if you missed it again, my blog is pattystamps.com. So thank you, everyone. I will check in with you next week. Hope you have a lovely weekend and happy stamping.